Tonight is a taste of old Mexico and the American Southwest. We're cooking up a mouth-watering carne asada, marinated in zesty lime juice, cilantro, and garlic, and grilled to perfection. We'll pair our tender and juicy carne asada with warm tortillas, diced red onions, shredded cheese, and lettuce, and we'll serve it with a side of yellow saffron rice, black beans, homemade dipping sauce, and a fresh-made ice-cold margarita. It's springtime, so fire up that grill and join us as we share the secret to making the best carne asada at home. It's going to be delicious, so stick around and we'll show you how we make it. My name is Mark Phillips. I've been in the food and beverage business for over 30 years. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to be in over 10,000 kitchens from around the world. Each week, I travel to a different city and get the opportunity to call on some of the most amazing chefs in the industry. The Kitchen of Chef Mark is a channel dedicated to showing you how you too can make fine dining, restaurant quality food right in your own home. We'll travel together, we'll cook together, and we'll have some fun along the way. Welcome to the Kitchen of Chef Mark. Now let's get cooking. Carne Asada, the mouth-watering recipe made with skirt steak that's been marinated for 2 hours before grilling it to perfection on a gas grill outside. Sliced thin and against the grain to ensure that it's tender, our carne asada is rolled up inside a large tortilla with diced red onions, shredded cheese, and lettuce, served with yellow rice and black beans. Here's what you'll need to make this delicious southwestern treat for two. For the steak, you'll need a pound of skirt steak. You can also use flat steak or flank steak. For the marinade, you'll need 2 ounces of soy sauce, 2 ounces of olive oil, 2 ounces of fresh lime juice, 4 dashes of Worcestershire sauce, 4 sprigs of cilantro chopped, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 sprigs each of fresh thyme and rosemary, salt and pepper. For the finished dish, you'll need 2 large flour tortillas, 4 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, diced red onion, chopped lettuce, a cup of cooked black beans, and a cup of cooked yellow saffron rice. For the steak sauce, you'll need 2 ounces of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of sriracha sauce, a tablespoon of pickle juice, and a pinch each of garlic powder, paprika, cumin, salt, and pepper. Carne asada pairs well with a margarita. Our dish tonight is brought to you by Filthy Premium Mixers and Garnishes. When you want the best margarita in the world, use Filthy Margarita Mix. They're not reinventing the drinks, they're just making them better. Our first step for the carne asada is to make the marinade. In a bowl, add in the soy sauce, olive oil, fresh lime juice. Now each lime holds about an ounce of juice, so squeeze the juice of 2 limes. Add in the fresh chopped cilantro, Worcestershire sauce, fresh chopped garlic, thyme and rosemary, salt and pepper, and mix it together well. Add the pieces of skirt steak into the marinade. Make sure that each piece is coated thoroughly. Flip them over and coat each side. Submerge the meat into the marinade, then cover the bowl with a sheet of plastic wrap and put it into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. The marinade not only flavors the meat, but it helps to break down the muscle fibers so that it's nice and tender once it's cooked. While the meat is in the refrigerator tenderizing, go ahead and prepare your black beans and rice about 30 minutes before you bring your meat back out. We're adding in salt, pepper, and a tablespoon of the diced red onions to the black beans for some additional flavor. The rice will be made according to directions, but we'll add in a piece of butter for an extra bit of flavor too. There's nothing like an ice-cold margarita in a salted glass when you're having Mexican food. We'll leave a link in the description for a quick 1-minute video on how we made this delicious cocktail using Filthy Margarita Mix. We wanted to cook our carne asada on the gas grill outside, but wouldn't you know it, it decided to pour down rain. That's okay, we'll bring out our cast iron skillet to do the job. On medium-high heat, place the skirt steak pieces into the pan and cook for about 4 minutes. Flip the pieces over and cook for an additional 4 minutes. This will cook the meat to about a medium rare. If you want your meat more done, you can leave it in the pan for an additional minute per side. If you do cook it on the gas grill, the cook times are typically the same depending on your grill. The charred flavor of the grill really adds flavor to the meat, but unfortunately we cannot control Mother Nature. When the pieces of steak are done cooking, place them onto a cutting board and allow them to rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Using a sharp knife, slice the steak across the grain into thin pieces. Look how juicy the steak is. Wow! The marinade that we used earlier really helps the steak to stay juicy. And wait until you taste it. It's going to be delicious! You could serve the meat as an entree with the black beans and rice. But as an additional idea, we'll roll our carne asada into a floured tortilla. And now it's time to plate our dish. And there it is, carne asada with black beans and yellow rice. Tender and juicy marinated skirt steak rolled up in a flour tortilla with shredded cheddar cheese, chopped lettuce, and diced red onion. Served with an ice-cold margarita. It's a taste of the old Southwest in the kitchen tonight. It was delicious. Until next time, bon appetit.